Imagine a man at the peak of his power, the ruler of the greatest empire of the ancient world, who, instead of getting lost in the labyrinths of power and luxury, chose to seek the deepest truths of the universe within himself. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, not only governed Rome, but also unraveled the mysteries of the cosmos through inner wisdom. But what was his secret? How did he manage to maintain peace and virtue in a world full of challenges and temptations? Marcus Aurelius, the man who solved the universe, is an icon of wisdom and virtue. His life was a testament to the power of inner reflection and adherence to ethical and moral principles. Instead of being consumed by ephemeral pleasures or the thirst for power, Marcus sought to understand the universe through the lens of Stoic philosophy, focusing on virtue, self-control, and connection to the greater whole. He teaches us that regardless of external circumstances, controlling our inner universe is possible through reflection, virtue, and understanding our intrinsic connection to the world. His life philosophy, immortalized in his meditations, offers timeless lessons on how introspection and personal responsibility are essential for achieving enlightenment and inner peace. Marcus Aurelius inspires us to apply his wisdom in our own spiritual journeys, emphasizing the importance of self-analysis and virtue on the path to personal fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius' quest for understanding the universe did not separate him from the natural world, but on the contrary, reinforced his connection to nature. He believed that living in harmony with nature was essential for finding inner peace and aligning life with deep spiritual values. This harmony is a reflection of Stoicism, which sees humans as integral parts of an ordered cosmos where everything is interconnected. Marcus Aurelius saw nature as a silent teacher, offering lessons in constancy, cyclicality, and the interdependence of all things. He observed how natural elements coexist in perfect balance, guided by universal laws that also govern human existence. For him, aligning with these laws meant living in accordance with one's nature, which brings a sense of peace and contentment that cannot be disturbed by the vicissitudes of daily life. Inner peace, according to Marcus Aurelius, comes from accepting the natural order of things and understanding our place in the universe. By recognizing that we are just a part of a greater whole, we can release our anxieties and selfish desires, finding contentment in the simplicity and beauty of the natural world. This acceptance allows us to live in the present moment with gratitude and appreciation, reducing the burden of worries and stress. Living in harmony with nature also reflects a deeper alignment with our spiritual values. Marcus Aurelius maintained that our lives should mirror the order and rationality of the cosmos, where each element serves a higher purpose. Adopting this perspective helps us cultivate virtues such as humility, patience, and generosity, as we recognize that we are parts of a web of life that sustains and nurtures all forms of existence. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditation on life and the universe, taught that accepting adversity is not only a necessity, but a source of strength. He believed that facing and accepting life's difficulties was a fundamental part of the spiritual path, allowing for growth and personal development. Marcus Aurelius saw adversities not as misfortunes or punishments, but as opportunities for practicing virtue and self-improvement. He argued that, in the grand scheme of the universe, every challenge we face has a purpose, contributing to our evolution and refinement. Accepting these adversities is therefore a way to align ourselves with the natural order of things, recognizing that each experience, good or bad, is part of a larger process that shapes and strengthens us. Marcus Aurelius' philosophy encourages us to grow through our experiences rather than resist them. Resistance to adversities, according to him, only leads to suffering and frustration, as it goes against life's inherent nature, which is change and transformation. By accepting and embracing difficulties, we turn obstacles into steps toward wisdom and virtue, learning from each situation and enriching our life experience. This concept of acceptance is crucial on the spiritual path, as it promotes a deeper understanding of life and our existence within the universe. Accepting adversities with courage and tranquility teaches us about the impermanence of external conditions and the importance of cultivating inner strength. This practice not only strengthens our character, but also deepens our connection with the divine, as we learn to trust the greater flow of life and recognize the presence of a higher order that guides all events. Marcus Aurelius placed great emphasis on moral responsibility, considering it a pillar for living a virtuous and meaningful life. He believed that taking responsibility for our actions and intentions is not just an ethical duty, but also a path to spiritual deepening and a closer connection with the universe. For Marcus, moral responsibility involves a conscious commitment to virtue and integrity in all aspects of life. This means choosing actions and thoughts that align with elevated values such as justice, courage, moderation, and wisdom. Taking responsibility for our actions empowers us to create a reality that reflects our highest principles, positively impacting ourselves and the world around us. The practice of moral responsibility elevates our spiritual journey by forcing us to confront the truth about ourselves, including our flaws and limitations, and actively work to overcome them. This deeper connection aligns our actions with the moral order of the cosmos, tuning us into the higher laws that govern existence. Alongside moral responsibility, Marcus Aurelius taught the importance of facing our fears, especially the fear of death, as a means of liberation and spiritual growth. Courage and vulnerability manifest when we confront our deepest fears and accept our transient nature. Marcus saw mortality not as a threat, but as a reminder of the importance of living a full and virtuous life. Facing the fear of death frees us from many trivial concerns that occupy our thoughts, allowing us to focus on what truly matters. Vulnerability in the face of mortality and life's challenges is seen by Marcus as an opportunity for spiritual growth. By accepting our finiteness, we can find the true courage to live according to our deepest values, explore the meaning of our existence, and contribute to the greater good. This acceptance leads us to inner freedom, where fear loses its power over us, paving the way for the development of a more resilient spiritual strength. Marcus Aurelius, even at the height of his power as a Roman emperor, advocated for simplicity as a fundamental spiritual practice. For him, true wealth and satisfaction were not found in the accumulation of material possessions or luxury, but in the appreciation of life's simple things and the value of what truly matters. Simplicity, in Marcus's view, goes beyond mere material renunciation. It is a state of mind that seeks the essence of life, focusing on what is authentic and true. He encouraged the practice of simplicity not as an exercise in deprivation, but as a path to freedom and clarity, eliminating the superfluous to concentrate on the essential. This simplified approach allows for a fuller and more conscious life, aligned with the Stoic principles of self-sufficiency and moderation. For Marcus Aurelius, Valuing what truly matters means prioritizing human relationships, self-discovery, the development of virtues, and the pursuit of a higher purpose that transcends the individual. He saw happiness as a byproduct of a life lived with purpose and meaning, not something that could be achieved through the accumulation of wealth or sensory pleasure. This perspective teaches us to question our own priorities and reconsider what we consider sources of happiness and satisfaction. By adopting simplicity as a spiritual practice, we are encouraged to reflect on our desires and seek a deeper, more enduring contentment that comes from within and not from external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, in his Reflections, makes a clear distinction between temporary pleasure, which is fleeting and often illusory, and lasting happiness, which is profound and sustainable. For him, the path to inner happiness is not found in the pursuit of instant gratification, but in cultivating a life aligned with virtues and wisdom. Temporary pleasure, according to Marcus Aurelius, is often linked to sensory and material experiences that are transient and can lead to dependency or emptiness when the stimuli cease. In contrast, lasting happiness emerges from a sense of purpose, inner peace, and harmony with the universe, which does not depend on external circumstances. To cultivate this lasting happiness, Marcus Aurelius emphasizes the importance of spiritual practices and self-knowledge. He advises seeking a deep understanding of oneself and the world, a journey that involves introspection, reflection, and adherence to ethical and moral principles. Through Stoic philosophy, he proposes thought exercises such as contemplating the nature of the universe and recognizing our part in it, which helps put daily concerns into perspective and find contentment in existence itself. Meditation, contemplation of nature, inner dialogue, and reflective writing are some of the practices Marcus Aurelius recommended for deepening self-knowledge and promoting spiritual enlightenment. He believed that by cultivating a disciplined mind and a compassionate heart, we could achieve a happiness that is independent of the fluctuations of fortune or chance. In his Stoic approach, Marcus Aurelius taught that adversities are not just obstacles to be overcome, but also valuable opportunities to strengthen our spirit and advance on our spiritual path. He saw each challenge as a means of testing and developing virtues such as resilience, courage, and integrity. Life's challenges, according to Marcus Aurelius, are like the fire that tempers steel, strengthening our will and refining our character. He encouraged perceiving adversities as disguised lessons, providing us with the chance to practice patience, perseverance, and empathy. By facing difficulties with a positive and proactive mindset, we can transform them into tools for our personal and spiritual development. For Marcus, true growth occurs in the discomfort zone, where we are challenged to go beyond our current capabilities. Each adversity faced is an opportunity to cultivate inner strength and wisdom. He argued that overcoming challenges with virtue and dignity leads us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world, contributing to a more robust and compassionate spirit. This process of transforming adversities into opportunities is fundamental on the spiritual path. It allows not only the overcoming of external obstacles, but also the transcendence of internal limitations, such as fears and insecurities. Marcus Aurelius saw this journey as essential to achieving inner peace and wisdom, crucial elements for a fulfilling and realized life. Marcus Aurelius, in his profound reflection on human nature and social interaction, also highlighted the importance of not hastily judging others. He emphasized the need to approach people with understanding and compassion. recognizing that each individual is on their own spiritual journey, facing struggles and challenges that may be invisible to others' eyes. For Marcus, judging others without fully understanding their circumstances or motivations is not only unjust, but also a failure to acknowledge our own fallibility and shared humanity. He advised that instead of judging, we should strive to understand the actions and choices of others, seeking empathy and compassion in our interactions. This approach not only alleviates conflicts and misunderstandings, but also strengthens communal bonds and fosters an environment of mutual support and respect. The wisdom of not judging also lies in the recognition that, like others, we are on a personal and spiritual journey filled with errors and learning experiences. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that we are all in the process of growth and transformation, and that each experience, whether ours or others, contributes to the greater artwork of life. Marcus Aurelius, in his reflections, often addressed the notion that we are all parts of a larger system, an interconnected whole that transcends individualities. He advocated for the importance of living in a way that positively contributes to the collective, recognizing our interdependence and shared responsibility for common well-being. For Marcus Aurelius, the concept that each individual is an integral part of the universe is fundamental. He saw humanity and nature as components of a living system where each element affects and is affected by others. This view echoes the Stoic idea that everything in the universe is intertwined, and that our actions have repercussions beyond our immediate understanding, influencing the balance and harmony of the world. Living with awareness of our connection to the whole implies a moral responsibility to act in a way that fosters the common good. Marcus Aurelius believed that by living virtuously and seeking good not only for ourselves, but for all, we can elevate the human condition and contribute to a more just and harmonious society. He argued that actions guided by ethical principles and care for others are essential for building a better world. The message of Marcus Aurelius underscores the importance of social cohesion and altruism. Recognizing that our well-being is intrinsically linked to that of others, he calls us to cultivate qualities such as empathy, generosity, and collaboration. This approach not only helps us find a greater purpose in our lives, but also strengthens the social fabric, creating an environment where mutual support and solidarity prevail. Marcus Aurelius, through his writings, demonstrates how introspection can be a powerful practice for understanding our own nature and our place in the universe. Marcus Aurelius did not speak of meditation in the modern sense of specific mindfulness or mindfulness techniques, but his practice of deep reflection and contemplation can be seen as a form of meditation. He used moments of quietness to withdraw into himself, examining his thoughts, emotions, and actions, seeking to understand his motivations, and align his conduct with Stoic principles of virtue and reason. According to Marcus Aurelius, inner reflection is a means of confronting oneself honestly and directly, identifying flaws, recognizing virtues, and understanding the desires and fears that shape our behavior. This practice of self-examination not only promotes a deeper understanding of who we are, but also facilitates the process of self-improvement as we learn to control irrational impulses and cultivate positive qualities. Regular introspection, guided by Marcus Aurelius' reflections, is a journey of spiritual growth, allowing for continuous evolution of character and soul. By dedicating time to meditate on our lives, actions, and the world around us, we can develop greater wisdom, emotional balance, and a deeper spiritual connection. This helps us face life's challenges with greater serenity and make decisions that are in harmony with higher values.